What's going on, guys? Oh my Godzilla, back here with a super exciting Godzilla figure review. Guys, we have the biggest Godzilla figure in my collection, Bandai's Super Premium Godzilla 1994. Let's jump right in. Alrighty guys, here he is, the Bandai Super Premium Godzilla 1994. This is his look from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. This figure stands 24 inches high, 18 inches wide, and 44 inches long. This is by far the biggest Bandai out there, and it is also definitely the biggest figure in my collection. This figure has some amazing paint, comes with some beautiful spines, and an incredibly long tail. Guys, I think this figure, if you bought it new, I don't know how hard it is to track it down with this right now, but I think if you bought it new, it came with a stand to keep his tail from falling, because obviously his tail falls and this joint's exposed. So if you can find something to keep his tail, just pop under here. That definitely helps his tail stay looking better. But all things considered, it looks really good. Anyways, I really love how you can see these segments. Looks so great. The white fade out is actually pretty decent. Could be a little better, but it's definitely strong. And then you have the spines coming up, coming up, coming up. Looking epic. The detail in this figure is so beautiful. Mine has definitely seen some dustier days. I cleaned him off before the video, but he just definitely seems to attract the dust. And then a great looking face. I think the eyes are actually stickers that you put on, but they look fantastic. Really cool color in them. They look beautiful. Nice painted tongue. Teeth look pretty solid. They could be a little better done, but all things considered, they're not too bad. I wouldn't complain about a little extra detail inside the mouth, but that's okay. The face looks beautiful. This is one of the best looking faces on a figure I've ever seen. It just looks phenomenal. Every part of it looks so great. All the detail on the spines going from small into the big. All the scales look gorgeous. The chest looks awesome, going all the way down. Obviously some pretty massive fade on the paint on the claws, but this figure this old is definitely gonna see some fade. So I definitely do not have a mint condition figure by any means, but this guy is amazing. He comes in a giant box, which I do have. I'll try and get some pictures of that here at the end. Right now the giant box is holding a ton of my other boxes that I have, because it's a good place to kind of keep boxes inside other boxes, because I keep all the boxes because I'm a psycho. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, anyone else have this figure? What are your thoughts on him? I freaking love this figure. Gorgeous. This was actually one of the figures that got me into collecting. Quick story, I used to just go around discovering figures by watching reviews of them, seeing what other people had in their collection, and I saw somebody review this figure. I wish I remembered who, but I think the video is taken down now because I cannot find it anywhere. But I saw somebody review this figure, and it immediately went to my must-have figures list, because I just thought this was the coolest, hugest figure, and I had to have it. And then fast forward to forever later, and I picked it up last year. Wish I had done a video on it sooner, but guys, I'm glad I'm finally getting one over to you now. So this figure actually collapses quite a bit. You can pop the tail off in a couple of segments. You can pop this chunk off, and then obviously this chunk and this chunk are separate, so the tail really can come in 1, 2, 3 pieces. The figure itself is there. I know you can take the arms and legs off, so some people have done it for shipping. Fortunately, mine was shipped with those intact, because that would have been a nightmare to put together. But also the spines are detached, guys. So some of these outside spines actually do detach. I think it's the outside 6. All these ones are fixed, but these ones are actually super squishy. Like, check out how much they squish and bend, whereas these ones are more sturdy. So they can actually remove the spines for shipping, collapsibility, storage purposes. But obviously he looks best having all of his parts and just standing there looking mean and green. Guys, I wish I had a better place to display my Super Premium. He either sits on the floor in front of the shelves, or he ends up on the very, very top shelf, kind of in the corner, where he doesn't get the love he deserves. Guys, there is a burning version of this figure. I will take some shots of that later. I do have it. Let me know if you want a separate video for it. I will show it at the end, because it's the exact same body, So I probably will hold off on doing a video for it for a little while at least. But I can do one if requested. I'll show it at the end though. So stay tuned for the end to check out the burning version of this guy side by side. Guys, let me get the camera situated. We'll check out some articulation. Alrighty guys, here we are. Check out some articulation on this figure. You do have the arms, and they get a little hard to move, but you can get pretty good range of motion out of them. Obviously they can't move 360 because that leg is in the way. The leg does have some mobility, but it's really, really limited. On a figure this big, you know, this is more of a display piece than a play piece. So I'm not going to complain about the lack of articulation. Obviously we can get some articulation where the tail segments meet. They can get some rotation on there. But again, this figure is mostly just a display piece, so I'm fine having it limited articulation. And then guys, obviously, nothing out of the head, no mouth, no neck articulation or anything. That is all going to be fixed. So pretty limited articulation. So you can get some articulation. I wouldn't even call it articulation, really. I'd call it more like posability. You can get different poses out of the arms. The legs really are only going to sit in the one pose they have. Same with the tail. So really your only piece of posability is the arms. You can kind of, you can snake them in quite a bit, or you can go wide with them. Big old give me a bear hug thing there. I kind of like them somewhere in the middle, somewhere in here. Looks pretty like a classic Godzilla stance. I think that looks beautiful. Guys, I have almost nothing bad to say about this figure. One thing I will say, let me grab the camera out of here. One thing I will say about this figure is, unfortunately, mine is old enough and was kept in the box for long enough that it has developed a bit of a sticky residue on parts of it, and it really just collects dust. You can kind of see some of the dust in some of these areas. And I just got done cleaning this guy too. Scrubbed him with a wet toothbrush for a while. So I definitely need to give him a deep, deep bath. Get him all cleaned up. But guys, I have almost nothing negative to say about this figure. He is beautiful. One of my favorites in my collection. And again, like I said, the biggest figure in my collection by far. Guys, I will show you a couple comparisons at the end here, and we'll bust out the burning to take a quick peek at. But guys, that's about it for this. So stay tuned for the couple of comparisons. Guys, first size comparison I wanted to check out real quick is the Jakks Pacific Godzilla 2014. Obviously, this guy is bigger than him. He's much longer too. The Jakks Pacific does have a pretty long tail, but it just does not compare to this guy. Guys, one more scaling I wanted to show you here real quick. Let me grab him. This is the Bandai 1998 release, Godzilla 1964. He's in a bit of a goofy stance here. Fix him up there. So you can tell, this is one of Bandai's other biggest figures, and this super premium just towers over him completely. So really not going to get much accurate sizing with this guy. This guy's kind of a single one and done piece. Guys, last figure I wanted to take a look at this guy next to is his twin, his partner in crime. This is the super premium 1994 burning version. Mine looks real goofy because the stickers on his eyes are a little bit, the seller lost the originals, so they had to, the person I bought it from lost the originals, so they had to make replacements. They came out pretty good, but obviously same sculpt, same size, just featuring this gorgeous, you got the gold toes, claws, and then this red and orange looks so beautiful up against all the light here. Looks amazing. So obviously you're gonna have the same size. We'll take a quick peek at him. I love this red and orange though, it looks so good. And these were a very limited run. Just wanted to show off some of the detail on this beautiful, beautiful figure. Same deal with the spines. You got some replaceables, bendy and squishy, some regular. So this is the exact same template, really. Just a different color on him. Same giant segmented tail, looks beautiful. Guys, let me know in the comments below. Anybody have these figures? Anybody want these figures? Are they at the top of your wish list? Because they were surely at the top of mine until I finally tracked them down. Thank you, stimulus checks, for paying for this guy. Guys, I just wanted to throw up a quick video. Let me know your thoughts of these figures. Which one do you like better? Do you need to track them down and add them to your collection? And if so, if you already have them, let me know your thoughts. Guys, they're definitely pretty expensive right now. Definitely well worth the money. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.